I need to share the screen, right? Everyone, good morning. My name is Ricardo Figueiredo. I'm co-founder and CEO of Luggage. There is a problem nowadays. No one likes to carry or deal with luggage. It's a problem felt by everyone in the travel industry. Travelers waste precious time before check-in or after check-out. Therefore, hotels and Airbnbs have early check-ins and late check-outs operational problems to solve, and we end up having overcrowded and time consumption experience in the airports. The solution that exists nowadays focuses on two main sides. On your left, you can see a lot of platforms and companies that what they do is they aggregate spaces around cities that enables travelers to go there, drop their luggage, but you need to come there at the end to pick the luggage and still go to your final destination. So they lack in mobility. On your right side, you see companies that do this pick and drop service, but they use their own infrastructures, their own resources, cars, drivers, warehouses, and therefore their business model isn't as scalable as ours. So our vision is that we believe in a world where people will travel without ever carrying their luggage. So Luggit is a platform that works through a mobile app and allows anyone who travels to request a keeper in real time that will collect your luggage, keep it, and deliver it to place and time you choose. It's very simple for the customer. With just 5 clicks, you can request immediately someone to collect your luggage. You just need to say the pick and drop location, the number of bags, and you will see the information about the keeper that will collect your luggage. If you are a company, hotels, tour operator, or any company, you can, through our web platform that we launched last July, to request the service for your customers. For our keepers, they have an integrated mobile app that allows them to accept the service and go directly to the customer's location. We ensure the safety and the security of the process by having a 500 euros insurance and 1,200 euros. The keepers pass through a rigid validation process. Every piece of luggage is sealed and allows you to view a real-time tracking, and we implemented an hygienization process because of COVID-19. Our business model takes into account the number of bags, the time and the distance, and the price is divided by the inconvenience. Our unique selling proposition is taking into account 3 main steps: scalable technology supported by logistical process, and everything we do is taking into account high standards of customer service. The actual process is pick up anywhere in the city and deliver anywhere in the cities that we operate, which are Lisbon and Oporto in Portugal. And our vision is to connect all the traveler stakeholders to enable the people to travel without ever carrying their luggage. We want to be a luggage as a service where our solutions provided to our stakeholders enable the customers, the travelers, to travel always without carrying their luggage. This is the team that is making things possible. We are 7 right now. We were invested by Portugal Ventures, and this is the feedback that we have so far. So thank you very much. I'm Henry. Thank you.
Yes, hello, I have a question. Thank you very much for this great presentation. I didn't get the business model. You say as a service, do you have to pay a subscription fee, or how much would it cost to keep my luggage for a day?
The average price takes into account it's 16 euros, and it's not a subscription model. If you download our app, you will pay by the algorithm of the price is calculated by 3 steps: the number of kilometers from the collection to the delivery, the number of storage hours that you want, and the number and typology of the bags that you want us to collect. Right? Just clear?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the question.
I got another question for Pablo. Yeah, but you already know how many keepers you need or how many workers, because you have to know how many requests you can have at the same time.
I'm sorry, are you asking me how many keepers do we need?
Yeah, because you can have a lot of requests at the same time, and I don't know if you can promise something if you don't have the keepers already fixed, right?
Yeah. That's the main question, because we end up being a marketplace, so we need to focus on the demand and the supply at the same time. And that's why we have the keeper model. The model that we have is that we allow a single person with a van to make multiple requests at the same time. Let me explain. If you are a Uber driver or some platform driver, you will end up accepting one service at a time because you can't go with several people if the car is full. In Legit, that doesn't happen, because if I request 2 bags and after 2 minutes you request 5 bags and the keeper has space in the van to store them, he can, in their app, aggregate several services, and at the same time, in the same number of kilometers, he can do or she can do a lot of service, make us having less keepers on the road and make their activity more profitable. And that's why the keepers that we have in Lisbon and Porto, of course, they started to work with some mobility platforms, but they understand that with less trips, they can earn more because they accumulate more in the same space of time.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Repetimos. Sí. Sí, el audio. Sí. He probado antes y así no es. Voy a intentarlo de nuevo. No me da la opción. Sí, eso es lo que voy a intentar.
mobile marketing platform that leverages the interaction between small Bluetooth wireless radio beacons and smartphones. With these intelligent beacons of content and information to mobile phones in the vicinity of commerce, personalized content, advertising, marketing actions or offers, advantages and discounts in bars and restaurants attractive to consumers are perceived and received. Shopping has been reinvented, and today's consumers are impulsive and intelligent, seizing the moment. And nothing better than receiving the offer and taking advantage of it while close to the establishment or place of business at the right time. OK Located improves and increases the effectiveness of digital marketing strategies, allowing companies to better adapt to the needs of customers, know their location, and launch campaigns to a specific location. Find, take advantage, discover. With these intelligent beacons of content and information, the value and philosophy of the brand is transferred to mobile phones in the vicinity of the hotel. They constantly broadcast personalized content, marketing actions, offers, advantages, and discounts in the consumption of any type of product or service within the hotel. Customers are increasingly demanding and require better experiences. And what better than receiving the offer and taking advantage of it while inside the hotel at the right time?
Si me la pueden hacer en español, podré responder correctamente.
Yes, I have one question. Well, sorry, sí tengo una pregunta. Mi nombre es Luis Ruano y estoy hablando desde Logroño, desde Ricari, La Rioja. Hemos visto muchas o diversas empresas, startups, que están tratando de hacer cosas en este sector. ¿Cuál es vuestro elemento diferencial y vuestra barrera de entrada de cara a ir a esos clientes que tenéis y que os elijan a vosotros y no a otras plataformas que lo han intentado en el pasado?
Muy bien. Nosotros llevamos 4 años en el desarrollo, testeándolo. Fuimos la primera empresa en ofrecer soluciones en el mobile. Estuvimos testeándolo tanto en el mobile de Los Ángeles junto al ITEX. Y fuimos una de las 6 empresas seleccionadas en el CES de Las Vegas el año pasado y estuvimos presentando y testeando el producto antes de lanzarlo al mercado. Lo hemos lanzado al mercado ahora en febrero en Fitur. Y ya tenemos 17 poblaciones incluidas dentro de la plataforma y digitalizadas tanto la parte turística como la parte comercial. Nuestro concepto es un concepto global, de manera que incluimos tanto lo que es información turística, información de comercial, todo integrado dentro de una plataforma y además, como habéis podido observar, también tiene una parte solidaria para localizar personas objetos perdidos. Todo está integrado en una misma plataforma. No hemos detectado ninguna plataforma que ofrezca todos estos servicios incluidos dentro de lo mismo. Y nuestro modelo de negocio es un modelo de ámbito general. Las empresas que hemos detectado, tanto en Estados Unidos como en España, son empresas que se dedican a vender beacons, no a dar una solución. Nosotros no vendemos beacons, damos solución global, para que haya una sola aplicación común y global y compatible en cualquier lugar del mundo, para no tener que cambiar de aplicación conforme cambias de sitio.
Gracias.
A usted. Muchísimas gracias.
With disabilities, senior travelers that needs assistance. The problem today is that travelers with disabilities don't have their needs met, and this is because travel agents are not accessibility experts. So instead of them checking requirements for disabled people, we at Travaxi have an extra layer, an API connection that connects to booking platforms, OTAs, global distribution systems, and offer them to notify the airline as well as offer them hotels for accessibility reasons, but by the disability type and needs. So for example, hearing impaired person will need a knock on the door mechanism so he can see that someone is knocking on the door. He needs a room service so he can order the room service from the TV and not just pick up the phone because he cannot. Comparing to many wheelchair users that will need this type of requirements. So very important accessibility, but accessible to who? I don't know if you know, but there isn't a standard for an accessible room worldwide. That means that every room can look different, and this is why our solution is so important. So on the airline notification side, we offer the airline an opportunity to understand who is the traveler that is coming to the airport and what type of accessibility needs does he have. It looks like that. So the passenger details, then equipment that is coming with, the type of assistance that he needs at the airport because everybody needs different help, and of course the flight time and airline. So on the hotel side, we know to offer hotels by the specific disability type. You can see visual, hearing, physical, and elderly travelers. What we do is every hotel that we offer, we generate a certificate of the public areas explaining exactly what are the accessibility requirements, as well as the room areas. And you can see it's signed by us, and you can get how many guests can sleep in the room, what is the height of the bed, what is the space on the sides of the bed, and so on. We are talking about 1.2 billion people. This is the biggest minority in the world and the fastest growing. 600 million of them lives in developed countries and travel. We are featured by Amadeus for startups. We are in the startup universe, showing that, highlighting our startup. As well, after the COVID-19, the financial crisis will hit, and people with disabilities are still being supported by their governments and countries. So we will be the ones who will travel. So we offer you to improve your services and go to accessible travel. Thank you.
Yes, hello. I have a question. Can you tell us about the existing alternatives nowadays? Are you really the only solution nowadays to book a travel, accessible travel, or are there players in the market, and who are they?
Perfect question. We have three main competitors in this field, but our uniqueness is that we do an API solution, so every travel agent will be able to serve travelers with disabilities, making them experts in accessibility without being ones. So this is something that we are the only one that do this. There are HandDiscover, for example, a good startup that is doing booking for accessible rooms with the flight notification as well. We are the only one that does it, and we do it worldwide. On the hotel side, we have 11 countries and 20 destinations that we offer accessible rooms at for this disability. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna go ahead. My name is Miriam. Hi, everyone. I'm one of the co-founders of GrowTech, and I am here to tell you about one of our projects, which is Map of History. But first, who are we? Well, GrowTech, we are a software and hardware development startup that we found three computer engineers, and we basically craft digital experiences and solutions using the latest technologies and agile methodologies. This is pictures of us, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about Map of History. So Map of History is a unique augmented reality experience where the game takes place in the real world and it moves with the player geolocation. The mechanics of the game are very simple. Like a gincana, there are clues geolocated or geocached all around the world, and the player has to physically move around the world to solve them and solve the challenges and complete the adventure. So, for example, imagine that I am in New York at Times Square and I open the game, and the first clue says, go to the place where the lady holds the light of freedom. So then I will have to figure out which place is this and then actually go there to see if it's the right place and unlock a new clue. In this case, it was very simple. As you may have guessed, it was the Statue of Liberty, but it can be much more complex. And we have the layer on top of the augmented reality to create much more complex challenges and clues. So we have this gives us a storyline difference and a thematic difference. We are united a virtual world where the player is the main character of the story, and the physical world where the player has to actually move around to play. And also, Map of History is applicable to any narrative, book, movie, or fiction. It's a whole universe, and it's not limited to any subject. This gives us the opportunity to apply it to many use cases, transmedia experiences, for tourism or historic or gastronomic routes, and also for indoors adventures like zoos or airports or any indoor location. We have already launched three versions of the universe of Map of History, of some adventures from it. The first one was in collaboration with Ubisoft and based on the video game Assassin's Creed. The second one in collaboration with RTVE and based on the famous TV show El Ministerio del Tiempo. And the third one is one we are developing right now, is for Complutense University, and it will aid the students navigate the campus of the university, and it will be launched very soon. We also have several ones in the pipeline. And these are some pictures so that you can see how does the game look like and how you can go moving around, resolving clues and challenges and completing the adventure while exploring the city. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Can I start? Oh, sorry, I didn't. Sure, just a second. Sorry, thank you. Right now you can see, I hope. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I'm Lorena. I'm the CEO from Reunion Trip. And I want you to imagine that you find the perfect co-founder, but he is living 3,000 kilometers away from you. It's true that the technology make everything easier, but sometimes you just want to see this person for real and has a face-to-face meeting. So where do we meet up if we live in different cities? Let's going to do it in the most convenient location. So we had to create Reunion Trip to solve our recurrent problem and also the problem of 55 million expats that are living abroad and missing their people at home. For our first meeting, we had to decide the place, and Julian is living in Netherlands, I'm living in Sevilla, and we decided to go to Milan because it was just the cheapest option, 40 euros, going back for each one. That also applied to your daughter that is studying in New York, you are living in Berlin, let's going to meet up in Toronto. So we save time traveling and we discover a new city. This problem is also to the solo travelers that are more than 78 million around the world, and they have a lot of foreign friends. And maybe one scenario that you know, it's the business meetings that usually you organize in the main office, but maybe your most convenient locations is saving time traveling, saving money, or maybe carbon footprint. But organize a meeting like that is too much time investment to plan and organize. And it's really hard to choose the right destination if you don't have all the data. Just one person, it's difficult. So just go to Reunion Trip and let in the hands of our algorithm to solve it. Just enter your origin and choose between all the destinations that are available for meetup in that date and complement your trip with a hotel, concert, or maybe luggage. Can look like it's kind of a niche market, but we're talking about 18 billion euros in commissions worldwide. We receive 3% of commission of the flights and up to 10% of commission with the extras, accommodation, events. We start in Fitur this year, and we were accepted within 1 month in Andalusia Open Future. And right now we have a functional platform worldwide launch. Our difference with our competitors is like we are the only one that is full-time and pluricultural team. We add recently Claudia Rodriguez, that is an awarded creative for being the responsible of our social media. So let's go into talk, and why not meet up in a Reunion Trip point.
Yes, we are here. Okay, give me a minute. Do you see the presentation? Okay, thank you. Well, good morning in Spain. Good night here in Colombia. There are many myths about wine. Wine is old. It can be only made from grapes, and just a few countries can make great wines. Well, today we're gonna bust those myths. We are here to tell you that wine can be innovator, is much more than grapes, and now Colombia is ready to make world-class wines. We are Urban Tropical Wines, a high-impact entrepreneurship dedicated to create premium wines from Colombian tropical fruits. We are the wine revolution. We were born as a solution to two problematics. First of all, in Colombia, for every fruit we eat, another ends up in the trash. In addition, our gastronomy, one of the most important of the region, was claiming for a wine to pair with it. We work based on three basic principles. Innovation, because we take highly producible products and fruits, and using biotechnology, we transform them into high-value products with a longer shelf life. Creating shared value, because we have a compromise with our people. That's why we work with farmers associations, applying fair trade, and most of our fruits come from towns that has been affected by war. And finally, we believe in local consumption, so we want to build up the concept of enogastronomy, delicious dishes paired with amazing Colombian wines. Our business model consists in taking tropical fruits and transform them using the knowledge of 30 years of team investigation and biotechnology and the equipment of a winery. As a result, we obtain unique premium wines that we sell B2C on our website and B2B to premium restaurants, hotels, and clubs in Bogota. Our average price is 12 euros. From 2017 to 2019, we ran a pilot with a capacity of 1,000 bottles per year. And during that period, we reached important clients, including 2 of the 50 best restaurants in Latin America. For 2021, we expect to scale up our capacity from 1,000 to 20,000 bottles per year. And we expect to sell our wines in 20 of the 135 premium hospitality business that we have identified only in our city of Bogota. Our team is led by our CEO, James Valencia. He's a certified winemaker with more than 20 years of experience on the European wine industry. Erika Guarin, our quality and customer service manager. She's a food engineer, ISO certified auditor with experience on fruit and vegetables industry. And finally, me, Santiago Valencia. I'm a food engineer too, and the CTO of the company with experience on innovation and marketing. Now let's go with the numbers. In the last 2 years, our sales were 70,000 euros, and we are looking for an investment of 345,000 euros. The internal rate of return is 70%, and we have a predicted income of 2.2 million euros for the next 5 years. We need the money to build a bigger winery and working capital for the first 8 months. Our investment proposal is a convertible note with a maturity date of 36 months, an interest rate of 10%, and a machinery and equipment pledge. But more than money, we're looking for someone who shares our vision and passion for wines. We are no longer an idea. We are a reality. So, do you want to be part of the wine revolution? Thank you very much.
I would like to ask about the taste of the wine. How is what is the difference? I think
Okay.
there is. Okay.
There's a difference. Yeah. Most of our white wines, including like Chardonnay, smell just a little bit of tropical wines, like mango or banana. But our wines are fully tropical wines. Like when you smell a mango wine, it's a smell and sensorial. The experience is really different from a white wine from grapes. Especially the aroma is really stronger than just a common wine. The aroma and the flavor and mouth.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I have an additional question to that. Is there any issue on regulation, for example, here in Europe? Can you call it wine when it doesn't come from grapes?
Where here in Colombia, we can, and most of the countries here in Latin America, we can call it wine, even in the United States. Well, in Europe, especially in Spain, is there a problem calling it wine? But for example, in Germany, there's a winery called Katlenberger that was born in the starting of the 20th century, and they made fruit wine, and they call fruit wine, but it's in Germany. So it depends on the regulation of the different countries on the European Union. But Spain, we know that we can't call this wine because it's not from grapes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just making sure that it works. Oops, hold on. Okay. Can you see my screen? No? Okay. I'm just putting on my timer. All right, I'm ready. Hi, everybody. I'm Sar from BeeWise. I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to talk to you today about bees. 75% of the global crops depend on bee pollination. Things like avocados, tomatoes, cucumbers. It's things that we eat. It's things that we drink, like coffee, cotton that we wear. Even what our livestock eats is pollinated by bees. Think about it as 75% of the world's crop for 7.5 billion people. This is significant, and this is global. We think about bees as the infrastructure of farming, right? You can have great fields and great motivated employees and great weather, but if you don't bring bees for pollination for almonds, you're not going to get almonds, or for avocado, you're going to get very little avocado. So they're the infrastructure of farming. But there's a twist. There always is a twist. And we're losing our bees in great numbers globally. We're losing 40% of our bees every single year from a variety of reasons, like pests and disease and climate change, pesticides that we use. And so we are losing our bees at great numbers. 80% of all the bees in the world, the beehives, are managed by commercial beekeepers. Commercial beekeepers are people who manage 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 hives, and they treat their bees. Unfortunately, they treat the bees about once a month. This is the frequency where they go and visit the bees. And when you come once a month, it's too late if the bees had a disease 3 weeks ago. So the frequency with the stressors actually creates the huge bee mortality globally. Welcome, BeeWise. BeeWise is a device that has computer vision, AI, and precision robotics. And we monitor the bees inside the device 24/7. And when we identify an issue, the AI, the robot automatically treats the bees remotely in the field. The results are staggering. We don't see such huge bee mortality rates. The yield goes up, and all this while we don't have to send the beekeeper physically into the field. It happens all remotely. The beekeeper doesn't actually go to the box. They use our software, and online they can treat the bees, they can see what's going on and apply the treatment remotely from the comfort of their desk. It's a big market. It's a $30 billion global market. Our business model is a subscription model. It's a SaaS model where beekeepers pay a monthly fee, and our customers love us. We're a small team out of Tel Aviv, Israel, 15 people strong, PhDs, MSCs, and we're here to keep the bees alive. We're a 2.5-year-old company. We've raised $16 million. We have customers, and we won some awards. We are here to save the bees and secure the global food supply. Thank you for listening.
Yes, yes, I have one. Thank you for your presentation. What is your advantage with your competitors? Because there is many solutions for these keepers in nowadays.
100% of the solutions that exist are small sensors that beekeepers can put in their hives to notify them when there's something wrong. The problem that we see globally is not that they don't know. There's always problems with the bees. If you lose 40% of your bees every year, or 30% or 20%, there's problems all year long across your entire portfolio. The problem is the labor, the manpower to get on time to the field. So what beekeepers experience in dashboards that they have is that, you know, the sensors go off all the time. Problem, problem, problem. What do you do? Where do you go? Our robot actually solves the issue in the field, which allows the beekeeper to actually focus on things that are really important, like growing their business or providing pollination or honey services. So it's very different. We offer a robotic beehive. There's no other company in the world that does this.
Thank you.
Yes, I have one question. Sorry. For example, in Spain, in other countries, more farmers are very, very little farmers that has the beekeepers like complementary incomes. And maybe they can afford this kind of beekeepers. Is that those your customers, or you are looking for companies that have to professionalize this market and these producers?
So that's a good question. You know, if you're a small beekeeper and you can manage your portfolio and visit your bees frequently, once a week or once every 2 weeks, because you have enough labor and it's a small firm, then you probably don't need our solution. You need our solution when things start to scale, right? When you have over 1,000 beehives that are scattered, right? The fields are big, you have to drive a lot. So if you're starting to get to that point where you can't treat your bees on time, then our solution becomes very, very effective, because you put this device in the field and it can do most of the mundane, repetitive work that you would do, it could do for you, right? And then you can focus on other areas of the business. So the idea here is that how can you scale your business and not lose your bees in such significant numbers?
Thanks.
Yes, I'm here. Upper it. Okay, here, can you see me? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Luis Kufut from Upper It. I'm the CEO and founder. I'm going to presentation, okay?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I introduce you to Upper It. It's the first online platform controlling company meal expenses at top quality restaurants. Okay, so we are talking right now about marketplace of a new marketplace of executive restaurants. And this is what we found out 3 years ago. We have two problems. One is for companies. They spend a lot of time looking for the right restaurant for the right reservation. And as you know, every reservation is different. There is a lot of restaurants, and you know, the companies, they look for some restaurants. They don't need all of their restaurant, and they don't have any control and management of meal expenses through one provider. Okay. The other problem we found out is that restaurants, they don't have a dedicated sales team to provide with new clients. So the companies don't have a lot of personalization and quality of service, and they don't have control of business meals. And high quality restaurants need to attract new clients. So, solution for companies through one provider, they have everything. The cost they get up to 40% to cost savings. And then for restaurants, we build a marketplace of executive restaurants so they are stronger together. This, hold on, sorry. So this is our sorry. Well, okay, we had an interruption. So I will continue. The market size in Spain is up to 1,000 million of euro because of the companies they spent up to that. And then restaurants, we have more or less 5,000 restaurants, high quality restaurants, okay? We have been validating the market from 2017 to 2019, only with one person and no technology, and we have raised that numbers, okay? 15,000 reservations in 10 restaurants in Madrid. All of them are business clients. This is our revenue from 2017 to 2019, sorry. And then we have the main competitors in globally, Vinova in United States, Business Table in France, El Tenedor is indirect because they have a B2C, it's not a B2B, and Resi as well, okay? So our competitive advantage is we are the first B2B digital tool connecting a marketplace of high quality restaurants and business diners. This is our potential market. We have from 10% to up to 12% of their annual meal expenses for diners. And then over the restaurants, we charge them a monthly fee plus the 10% of the revenue they get through us. So in total, we have a potential market in up to 58 millions of euro. And so we needed the technology to increase the number of enterprises. So in 2019, we created the technology. We are connected. Thank you. Sorry. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. You have said that you are 3 years working. So these numbers in the when the time was out are real numbers. So there are your performance nowadays.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm an astrophysicist, co-founder and CEO of Quantic Data Center in Seville. As an astrophysicist, it is hard to make money. So we decided to found a startup last year in the field of data science, on which we tackled the following topic. It is well known that the world is suffering from the change of climate and its consequences, as we can currently see from the increasing number of forest fires and periods of drought. Imagine the impact this has on the field of economy, our social life, and agriculture. Insufficient data accessibility and late alerts of weather-caused incidents are leading to severe economical and environmental damage. We have encountered essential necessity in making use of geodata to meet these challenges. So far, there exists no easy way to combine satellite with drone and weather data. This is the solution we're working on. Our web app Green Alert combines unlimited and available data sources in one application. From the beginning on, we focused strongly on usability so that the app is easy to understand and to be used. The advantage of the app is it can be customized on different individual use cases. Let me show you how our product works. For example, in case of a forest manager. He opens his points of interest and immediately receives all relevant information about the condition of the forest, like drought, soil moisture, or surface temperature. And finally, he also receives a clear risk assessment with respect to wildfire on the specific region. On the basis of this information, we can take measures to mitigate damage. Wildfire is just one example of extreme weather-caused damage. Our business model works as follows. We charge a monthly payment fee for a geographical region of interest and use case. We connect local drone data suppliers to end users for 10% fee. And for damage estimation, we provide reports and statistics for insurance companies on the basis of our risk models. How is our positioning in the field of competitors? One advantage of Green Alert lies first in the use case diversity and second in the individual customization, in contrast to a platform-based version. Our web app considers not only satellite, but also drone and weather data, giving it a huge advantage over other products. This feature, combined with entering the market first, will be our unique selling point. Moreover, the use of AI in the cloud, the ease of use of the application, and the simple payment method provide benefits for our customers. And this is the team of the product. We're physicists and engineers with a diverse background knowledge and expertise in the field of data science. I'm proud of the strong team having achieved building a prototype of the web app in the short time we have been working together in this company. Thank you very much for your attention.
Yes, hello. I have a question. Can you explain again this use case, a forest manager? How does he work today, and how do you, what is your value proposition there and your strength regarding the existing alternative?
Yes. Okay, the forest manager, he has the possibility with the application to choose points of interest, specific points of interest. And choosing these points of interest, he receives immediately relevant information, all relevant information regarding the drought, for example. Yeah. In case of forest fire, it is very important to do a risk management. And so this would help the forest manager to see on the basis of the analysis of our risk model, how could the fire spread? How could it spread concerning the drought and the soil moisture of the surface, concerning the biomass, for example. So it would be a great advantage for the forest manager to see immediately the information receiving from the satellite data and combined with the drone data and the weather data.
Have you validated that with the forest managers?
We are now we have forest managers in France with whom we're working together. And it's a prototype. We have been working on this prototype half a year. So we're in the process of proving all this, yes. But concerning the dates we get, it shows quite good results.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes, I'm here. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay. Hello, good morning. My name is Adrian Paz, and I'm going to talk to you about Perfect Numbers, a data monitoring company. Perfect Numbers is a technology-based company that develops solutions oriented to Industry 4.0 using Internet of Things. In the last 3 years, we have designed different solutions, and 6 of them are fully operational in this moment. We have as important customers as Estrella Galicia, Cafés Candelas, Bodegas Emilio Moro, Nestlé, or Naturate, for example. We are from Galicia, and we have developed the vast majority of our products in the region. However, we are present in the rest of Spain, especially with our solutions Data Beer and Data Coffee. But how to work our solutions? Basic operation of all our solutions consists of obtaining data from the process using different sensors, sending this data to internet through secure protocols, and finally, we create applications for mobile phones in which we show statistics and alarms in real time. Consequently, our business model is based on sales of devices, maintenances, and subscriptions. Here, we can see some of our products. For example, Data Call is our solution to control temperature and humidity in refrigeration chambers. We use Data Coffee in order to improve the preventive maintenance in coffee machines. And Data Water is our solution to control level, pH, and chlorine in tanks of water. In addition to all these things, we also offer flexible solutions that adapt to the needs of the customers. The return on investment is less than a year in many cases. We produce high satisfaction, and we offer global solutions, hardware and software, both of them. Now, I'm going to talk about some successful cases in our company. For example, for milk, we have 2 solutions, DataLac and DataTrack. DataLac is our solution for farms, in which we can control the temperature of the milk in tanks and the operation of some machines like pressure, agitator, washing machine, or milking machine. And DataTrack is our solution to control the temperature of the milk during its transport from the farm to the factory. Another important case in our company is Data Beer. Data Beer is our solution for bars and restaurants where there are 1, 2, 3, or more tanks of beer. In this case, we can measure as important parameters as pressure, flow, temperature, and the level of the beer in tanks. And finally, Data Wine. Data Wine is our solution oriented for tanks of wine, and in this case, we can control the temperature inside the tank, the level of the wine, and the density of the wine in real time. In all these cases, we create applications for mobile phones, and we show all this data, statistics, and alarms in real time. And that was all. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, hello. Sorry, I didn't really get the problem. What's the problem of your customer, and how do you solve this? What is the basically the outcome after using your products?
Yes. For example, for milk, in many cases, our customers have problems to control the temperature of the milk in tanks because the temperature of the milk has to be between a specific range of temperature. So if this temperature is so high, the milk is not very valid for the company. So we can control the temperature of the milk in real time, and we generate alarms when the temperature is it's outside the range. For example, for beer, we can control the level of the beer in tanks and other important parameters like pressure, temperature, We can create alarms, and the maintenance technicians can solve the problem in the moment that the problem is occurring.
Okay, and basically the bar saves money. Why do they save money? What is the impact?
Yes, this solution is oriented for companies like Estrella Galicia, for example. They have a lot of tanks in Spain, and we have an agreement with them to control all their tanks. So using the solution, we can improve, we can solve problems at the moment. Because, for example, if there are some problem with pressure or with temperature, we can create alarms, and the technicians can go to the place to solve it.
Okay, thank you.
I have another question. Do you, for the setup of the solution, do you also install the sensors in the different places, or do you use the ones that the company has, the bar, the farmer, or whatever?
Yeah, in this case, we have to install our sensors, but because in bars and restaurants, there are no sensors of pressure or temperature that can be used for us. But if they have sensors that can to adapt our system, we can use it.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I have a question for us jury members. Where do I find the type form to value the startups? Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes, we are here. Hello? Okay. Do I put it up or you put it up? Do you put the presentation or is it me that I have to upload it? So I'm on a Mac. I don't see where do I do it. Exactly. Yeah. Yes, I'm the founder of Business Food. Hi. Oh, yes. Okay. Do you have it already? I see it. Now. Yes? All right. Thank you. Hello there. So my name is Marcio Barradas. I'm the founder of Essence Foods. We are a company focusing on solving food losses. So I would like to start explaining very fast the difference between food loss and food waste. So food waste typically is any food that gets purchased but doesn't get consumed. It either gets rotten at our fridge or it's the leftovers of a restaurant. Those are considered food waste. Food losses is any food that gets produced, but for different problems in the food chain, it doesn't arrive to the consumer. We've worked to identify those problems in all those chains from the farmer to the distributor, and this is where we are focusing in terms of solving this problem. The problem is what we see in front of us. There is enough food wasted every day that can be the solution for the world population that doesn't have access to food. So 1 in 9 people go to bed hungry, and we are wasting more than that capacity of food in terms of developed countries. Our idea is to transform the food that is considered food loss into new solutions that will extend the expire date and will preserve the same nutrition factors. We have 2 pillars. We are going for 2 of the Sustainable Development Goals. One is that we want to end hunger and achieve food security to improve the nutrition. And the other one is that we want to do this in a sustainable economy. We want to do this the most sustainable process and transparent, so we don't create an adding problem to what we are living already in the planet. We are using a model of circular economy. So we're going from the farmer to the producer, distributor, retail. We've identified the percentages of food losses, especially in the region where we are in Spain, that is very rich in terms of production, which is Galicia. And we've created a circular economy based on many principles that are now coming as new technologies. So one of them will be applying blockchain. The other one is the hydration technologies. And we are also incrementing the capacity in terms of transportation by proximity. We are incrementing those steps in terms of making it faster and more reliable to everyone that wants to trace it. What we want to do is a new world food bank. In one way, it's very easy to describe. So I'll give you a fast example. In France, there came a law that stopped directed to the supermarkets. It would prevent the supermarkets from dumping food that was still under the expire date. So the World Food Bank is the one who has access to that food, but they are facing the same problem the supermarket had in the beginning. The expire date is 24 hours or 48 hours from when they recover it. Plus, a huge percentage of that food needs to be refrigerated, which involves energy consumption, huge spaces for storage, and as we said before, there's 48 hours that food needs to arrive at consumer or it's out of the circulation. So our idea is to increment that date and to not be slave of a cold chain. So by applying dehydration technologies, we are doing 3 different processes of dehydration with the novel technology that comes from USA and is not implemented yet in Europe, that it's increasing the capacity of time when you dehydrate an ingredient while reducing the costs and increasing the production. So Essence Food is addressing the food losses in terms of creating a new system for collection, triage, and what is going to be that registration on the blockchain. So the provider that is giving us an ingredient will have access in real time to what is happening with that ingredient. How do we process it? Is it going to end up as a powder food? Is it going to be a snack? All of this is in our software, and all of this is between client and distributor. It's all transparent. Now, the smart contract comes to replace, I would say, an obsolete system that exists now, which is I pay you in 30 days, I pay you in 60 days, and all that convenes with the logistics of that. Because there's an adding problem. If you have an accident or an excess of something considered food losses, how do you agree on a value to that? So we envision an idea that we put now in implementation that is a smart contract that is fair and transparent for both parts. So the supplier and ourselves, we will have access to the real value of the end food, and the smart contract will divide those gains. So I will never have access to touch the value that belongs to the provider. I will only retain my percentage of agreement. The aggregation process. Sorry? Okay. So the deviation processes is what is going to increment our capacity in terms of expire date. By adding powder results, we have a very, very fast and easy way to transform these products and to transport them to other parts of the world with a very reduced cost, no need of a fridge. And we aim also to create separate products that are not for human consumption from the leftovers. We've done already some products in the market. We've done a pilot research in terms of all these ingredients, in terms of 3D print packages. So we are very experienced in food printing, and this is one of the areas that we're going to come to the market. But we are more than anything a white label that transforms food and is there as an open resource. We are also investigating into components that can replace plastics, all coming from food waste. And also we have some examples of our food. Thank you so much, and would love to give any answers that you have questions.
Yes, because the main presentation is about the problem, but not about the business. So many questions about the business, the team, and the business model, no, the revenue strategy.
Yes. So the team, we've started the project around a year ago, where we focused totally on food losses. We started in an accelerator in Galicia. We've worked with third parties to make all these pilot projects, but now we are increasing the team. We are now 4 people, and we got the first seed investment, if you want to call it like that, in terms of increasing now the capacities of our team. And the revenue of our products will come from a white label. So we already have pre-agreements in terms of the humanitarian aid that wants to purchase from a certain product. But we also have the superfood market. We are doing research into a biphasic package with natural machines for a market of dysphagia. So we have several different streams of revenue, being that the core revenue of our company will be white label. We will sell those powder foods for superfood markets, for personalized nutrition, and an increased market, an increased demand is coming around those areas, and this is going to be our main revenue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, hey, hi. Can you guys hear me? All right. Please let me know when you see my screen. Do you guys see my screen now?
Yes, we're here. Hello. Can you see the slides? Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Monica Herrero, and I'm part of the New Netway team. For those listening, just in case if you don't know us, I would like to introduce briefly who we are. New Netway is an established company in the field of mobile network and telecommunications, and we have over a decade of experience in the field, and we have an extended background of at a level national and international level. As our mission, we constantly strive to open up opportunities, promoting an altruistic behavior regarding to knowledge, and more specifically to the scientific and technological development. But why are we here if technology and rural environment seem not to be related? The question that arises is how can we link technology and innovation to the rural and traditional customs? All this brought us to the idea of creating a space in a rural region, placed in Fuentes de Béjar in Salamanca, for those who don't know, giving a second life to a straw loft. Apart from bringing life to these interior regions, these spaces would also serve as a window for both young and mature people to get in contact with innovation and technology. the heart of this project would be at its highest rhythm if we are able to create a network of this kind of spaces at an European level. Everything, of course, would start locally with the aim of expansion. All these centers will share common characteristics, such as connecting rural areas, of course, between each other, and at the same time connecting the corresponding universities at the same time. They would also be able to host such a variety of situations, such as final project experiments or testing on-site final projects or online conferences, seminars, or just simple conversations between professionals or professors with future professionals or simple students who are developing their own careers. The pros or the benefits of these centers would be endless due to the costs are already highly competitive because they would be out of the major centers, which means that the initial monetary investment would be really reduced. And the investment for this structure is already partially covered due to the reconversion of these spaces. The main objective, as I said before, would be to repurpose these old sites by keeping the original structure, but reusing or modifying the inside in order to accommodate the new needs of the places. Moreover, once again, the impact of this in the environment would be virtually zero, both pollution and visual. We would boost the 3R philosophy: reduce, reuse, and recycle, conserving a natural space integrated on its surrounding. So all this would connect also Europe and would arise the curiosity and would be a window for, as I mentioned before, mature people and young people. And it would approach to the technology and new develop situations. So this is already an ongoing project, and we would like to boost this opportunity to make an appeal to all the present here and present you the situation due to creating a network space means being able to make agreements, whether the public or private sector, universities, companies, or private investors who want to help, or just giving voice to the idea, because the word of the mouth is the best advertising. Thank you for listening.
Yes, hello. I didn't really get what is your product and who is your client?
Okay. Our product is a center based in a rural space. A center is an old space such as an old show, a farm, which would be reconverted in a technological environment, and everything is focused in an altruistic way because it's already an ongoing project. And our client would be teachers, universities, students who would be able to develop their studies or their project out of major cities, and being able to test or to improve or to make technological processes, which are mainly traditional, but it would be able to reconvert the processes into new ways of making these processes, such as, for example, we have a case already where we have a farm with hens, where the students were able to make a door with programming from the mobile phone in order to open the door for the hens to go out to eat, and after return inside and close the door even if the farmer is not in the farm, right? So I don't know if I was very able to expose the idea, but it's, yeah, this kind of places.
So basically, as a university professor with a project, investigation project, I can rent space with you.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm here, so I'm gonna give it a try kind of like had a technical problem. So I'm gonna share my screen. Please let me know when if it works actually. It's working? All right. Yes, I did so, but it's definitely not working.
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes, you can start whatever you're ready. Okay. Well, thanks. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'm going to get started. Okay, so only 9% out of the 23,765 Spanish food and beverage exporters have exported to China. China is the largest food and beverage market in the world and has heavy reliance on international producers to satisfy their increasing demand. The European Union is China's main partner in this sector. Spain is the largest olive oil producer in the world, the second largest canned seafood and fish producer in the world, the country with the most vineyards in the world, and one of the main fruit, vegetable, and pork producers in the EU. This said, why has only such a small percentage of Spanish food and beverage exporters exported to China, having such potential? The main problems are the overall opacity and complexity of the Chinese market, the lack of market and market entry knowledge, the high costs in time and money, and the difficulty to access relevant information to make strategic decisions. Good morning. My name is Sebastian Warnham, and I am the co-founder of Monkey Markets. Monkey Markets is a software as a service that has digitalized and integrated all the relevant data in order to help food and beverage exporters sell in China. Our platform operates in 6 steps, which represent the standard export process to China. In step 1, we will learn what the market is demanding within my product category, internal and external factors to understand the Chinese market and its consumers. In step 3, where and how do I position my product, followed by competitor and brand monitorization. What does the Chinese consumer want my product to be like? In step 5, distribution possibilities and what region and companies within the region are purchasing my product category. What are my product's legal requirements and documentation to sell in China? All these processes controlled through a task manager. There are alternatives for each step that individually solve each problem, but Monkey Markets unifies them with the aim of offering the user all the alternatives in the export process. Monkey Markets offers packages that adapt to structure, need, and export strategy of each company, going from export to a full-on internationalization into China. Monkey Markets is the result of 5 years working in international trade with China using big data of its founders, an accelerator program, and 2 investments, the latest of 50K from Shez Galicia. We contemplate 2 scenarios for the first year in Spain. The base case that assumes a market share of 0.6% out of the total 23,675 food and beverage exporters to the world, and the second with an additional investment, which we are seeking here today, of around 50,000 euros. We will launch our software in December 2020 with a validated team, business model, and metrics from 16 exporters. Monkey Markets is a born global product and is scalable in two ways. As we can see on the left, increasing the destination markets for exporters, and as we can see on the right, increasing the exporters from other countries that can use Monkey Markets. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So now is the time for the jury to ask questions, please. Is there any question?
Yes, I have a question. How did you validate your software? Are there already users? Can you say what's your stage at the moment?
Well, at the moment, we are part of a business factory food accelerator, which is composed by 16 top food and beverage producers in Spain. Each of them corresponds to each category within Monkey Markets, and they're the ones who we've been developing the product with in the last year that we've been part of this accelerator program. And through them, we get the metrics and real feedback of what our target user wants in each step in Monkey Markets.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Please let me know when you see my screen. Okay, so I am ready. First of all, thanks to Startup OLED for selecting us for doing this speech. We are Botun. I am Luis Carbajo, the CEO of the company, and what I am going to introduce you is the software and the technology that we have been creating over the last 2 years. Who we are. We launched our company at the end of 2017. It's a company that was born in the US and in Spain. We have offices in both countries. We create basically technology products based on blockchain technology. We have a couple of patents for interoperability and scalability on the blockchain. And we already completed one seed round, in which the leading investor was Draper V1. That is one of the venture capitals that are part of the Draper Venture Network. That is, Draper is one of the most reputed investors in Silicon Valley, and that they specialized over the last years also in blockchain. We have blue chip customers and partners in Europe and the USA and also in the Middle East. And we have won several top startups competition. And the most important part of the company, we are a top senior executive team that is bringing this technology to the market. This is the most important slide for me. This is where we differentiate from other companies, especially for other blockchain companies. We have products and we have customers. We are not just use cases that some people would like to have in the future. We are already with our technology impacting customers in two main categories. One is in the supply chain category, and the other one is in the what we call credentials linked to universities or training and professional education entities. Our go-to-market strategy is going to the market through partners, through especially or normally consulting firms that introduce our technology to their customers. Our normally customers are normally between middle big companies that wants to improve their processes. We are already working with the main consulting firms that are out there, but we are also working with also small ones. What we have created is basically this slide. We are like a middleware that help companies to track and certify and secure their data into the blockchain. So on the top side, you have the different business processes that can be connected with our platform, that it will be in the middle through API. So one programmer without any knowledge of blockchains can be using our platform. And we are doing all the heavy lifting of connecting their data from the different processes, from education, supply chain, or COVID, as I will explain a little bit later, into the blockchain. Our platform is important to say that it's agnostic to the blockchain technology that we are using. And with our current platform, you can use private blockchains like Hyperledger, Quorum, or Alastria, in which we have several customers here in Spain, Oracle, or you can also use public blockchains. We are working with Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and EOS. Here we have Bitcoin also, but Bitcoin really for enterprises, we don't see any traction on that part. The most important part here is that we allow programmers to really build their applications for their business processes just using our APIs and using the blockchain technology to add value to their processes. Here we have a couple of examples of what we are bringing to the market. We have a specific end-to-end product. Perfect. We have different products for different sectors. We are addressing very big markets in the software industry. We are already in tractions with revenue, and we achieved break-even this year, and we have very good prospects for the next years. We make money as a SaaS. We have a licensing fee and transaction fee when we are selling our software, and we are, as I mentioned, a very senior team that have different experience in the digital experience for the last 15 years. That is basically making the success that we are having so far in the market with our products. That's it. Thank you very much.
Hello. Do you see my presentation? Hello to everyone. Did you know that the coffee industry doesn't turn over 20% of the coffee cups sold under its brand, even though it's made by the machines under the brand's contract? Or did you also know that a good cup of coffee starts with the optimal bean temperature when it's grinded? The world is changing, and the whole coffee industry with it. Roasters, suppliers, and Horeca channel. It is time to speed up the transformation of this industry in order to be digitally profitable and discover new ways of business thinking. I am Bryce Vazquez, HK Coffee product designer. HK Coffee is a solution, real-time data analytics solution based on IoT that transforms each coffee machine bench, espresso machine, and grinder into smart equipment to reduce maintenance services costs, guarantee consumption experience and brand quality, and identify trends and patterns based on consumption data, all of it related with contextual variables. We are here to communicate the coffee business with the Horeca channel machine benches and speed up the business with an IoT solution and an open and extensible data analytics platform. For the first time ever, HK Coffee allows roasters, suppliers, and Horeca to monitor real-time the whole machine bench, espresso machines, and grinders, assuring brand integrity and guarding it against fraud. You can improve productivity, lower the total ownership cost, and guarantee consumption experience with our comprehensive solution based in multiple technologies and with multi-cloud environment support. On the coffee industry sector that operates at Horeca channel, but also franchises. Our SOM has 3,000 Horeca venues, from which we expect to obtain an income over 1 million euros. However, Spanish market has a potential over 100 million euros. Imagine what can happen if we extended it to Europe or the whole world. Our business model is based on B2B SaaS access license, but we also offer database services such as ethics exploitation and content generation. 2021 is the year when we are doing the final step to consolidate in the national ecosystem and make HK Coffee a reality at this changing and agitated market in order to help and support the food and beverage industry and the Horeca channel. The promoters have more than 10 years in ITX entrepreneurship and have participated in more than 100 technology innovation projects. Besides, we are supported by Xunta de Galicia, Galician Innovation Agency, among others, and we have two leading manufacturers as early adopters of HK Coffee. We are opening a 350,000 euros round to industrialize our solution during 2021, guaranteeing a 12-month ROI. Do you want to know what the perfect cup of coffee tastes like? Visit us and discover it. Thank you very much.
Yes. Are you working yet? Your business is testing in the real market?
Yes. Nowadays we have 10 pilots installed, and we are working in another 10 new. So we are receiving real data and improving our solution in the real world.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye.
Yeah, it is. Could you hear me? Do you see my screen? Okay. Good. Thank you. Hello, I'm Alfonso Conejero, co-founder and CCO at Picotea, a full hospitality sales digitalization. In 2017, we analyzed hotels and restaurant problems and realized that food businesses basically need to control all processes, increase sales, ensure safety, and provide a good customer experience. So we came up with a solution that integrates the two main systems that restaurants need. A marketplace in the form of an interactive digital menu that allows customers to see menu, order and pay wherever they are, on-site delivery and takeaway, and a full cloud-based POS management system to receive managed orders and be in total control of the business. Picotea covers the whole sales process. Customer order and pay from their phones. The order automatically files to Picotea POS, where it's managed, prepared, and served. Picotea also allows restaurants to control delivery operation, payment metrics, and analytics so they can make a smart decisions. We launched Picotea at the end of 2018, and in another year, we are present in many areas of Spain with 2 distribution points and clients even in Latin America. As you can see, our solution is fully scalable. Also, due to COVID-19, Picotea's full digitalization of restaurant means a safe contactless experience, so that both customer and restaurant require. We have seen a huge increase in demand in the past few months. Our business model is B2B2C with a recurring payment for the use of the POS plus the customer's marketplace commission fees. And more, we are increasing the average sale and selling more hardware. Here you can see our direct competitors and others that share some market areas, but we have a competitive advantage over them because we offer a more comprehensive and cost-effective solution. Our metrics are very good. Our customer acquisition cost is tiny compared to our lifetime value, and all our clients stay with us because once they try Picotea, they won't leave us. We achieve all this only with the support of the 3Fs, Children, Family, and Fools, but we need to find a proper investment to grow faster, hire personnel, and pay for the advertisement campaigns. As you see, with still little capital increase, in less than a year, we returned this investment. This journey started with 3 people, Guillermo Gonzalez, Isabel Garcia, and me. We are passionate about food and technology and want to make the world a bit better by combining both. And we are proud to captivate young and efficient talent, from Cádiz to help us. We have partnership in robotic projects and with others that help us scale. Also, we are following our roadmap to meet our objectives and be both by these giants. We have reached important milestones and having very little resources, and we love to count on you to keep moving forward faster, and who knows, maybe get Picotea to the moon. Some important people in the food industry, like Jesus India, have already seen Picotea value, and I hope you too. Thanks for this opportunity and for your time. We really appreciate it.
Yes, my name is Luis Ruano. I'm speaking from La Rioja. And my question is, how do you get your customers? Do you have to go to the restaurants, or do you have this process online?
No, we do the most of us, we do, I mean, the 95% is online, all our sales. We do like digital campaigns. So we have our channels, our funnel already set up, and we do most of them online. So we don't visit them, only the ones we have distributor in that point, so they go to visit them, but most of them, the 95% is online for ourselves.
I have another question, please. I'm not sure if I got this right. Do you also offer the point of sales software? And why do you do that? Why don't you just create an API to existing point of sales software?
Because when we saw the market, we saw that our users, our clients, they contract like a book system, they contract online orders, they contract POS, so all different, like a split systems. And we saw like they need, I mean, the main system that they need is the POS. Then they need online orders, they need books, so bookings. So they put all together and make a one and only one system, because they think it's the main system, the main technology that they need. So we put all together to offer the main one, and then the others complementary stuff.
But then you're basically competing with all the existing point of sales, very strong competitors.
Not really, because we have an advantage. I mean, we offer the full and comprehensive solution. So we have that, I don't know how to say, we have that difference between them, you know. So when they come to us and they say, no, I need a POS, and also I need an ordering online system. So we put all together, and we are offering a bigger offer, no, than them. So we are not competing with them straight away. In some part, yeah, but in other part, not.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, I'm ready. Sorry for the technical problems. I'm gonna just run to another place to the office. To another laptop. Sorry for that. So yeah. No. Now you can see my screen. Amazing. All right. So sorry for the technical issues. So I'm Jesus Cotto from Muy Local, the very local fresh products marketplace. Online grocery sales have increased drastically in recent months. However, online sales of fresh products only amount to 0.6% and is therefore 3 times behind total grocery purchases. This is because consumers rather pick their products themselves as a consequence of lack of trust. Products are normally standardized, so orders cannot be personalized. And finally, fresh products are often manipulated, travel long ways, and require plastic packaging. At Muy Local, our mission is to digitize traditional local retailers and offer the closest to reality shopping experience. We want to establish trust by bringing real-life shopping experience to your screen. We focus a lot on personalization by using shopkeepers' expertise to carefully prepare the orders. And by offering local products from hand-picked traditional shops, we can deliver high quality and sustainable way. Since April 2020, we have digitized 53 shops in 3 cities and delivered more than 1,000 kilograms of fruits, veggies, fish, and meat. Our clients are satisfied. 40% of them come back to shop again with us, and they only left 5-star ratings in Trustpilot. We believe there's nothing that can substitute the emotions you get when walking through a local market, but shopping in Muy Local is the closest as it can get to reality. And this is what exactly makes us different. For example, we don't use stock images, unlike our competitors. All product photos that we feature are taken by the stores in order to provide a pretty accurate idea of the quality of the day. And also, instead of scrolling through merchant lists, we want users to stroll through markets so they can stop and get their products at the place that seems most attractive to them. And we do that by Instagram-like stories on our website. In a nutshell, Muy Local is hyper-real, hyper-personal, and hyper-local. And our business model is simple. Local shop pays us commission of 15% of the orders, and the end user pays us the delivery. Our team is a mix of people with experience in marketplace to radar one of the biggest in Europe, a strategic knowledge of the retail sector in Heitzinger, in L'Oreal, Milka, and other big players, and also combined with other experts that make all the user experience unforgettable. Our goal for the next months is to offer the products from 100 shops to 1,000 consumers. We need to develop a scalable platform to adhere more local shops and obviously increase user base. And to make all this happen, we're looking forward to close a pre-seed round of 180K euros. And that's it, Muy Local. Are you part of bringing local online shopping to the next level? Thank you.
Yes, I have one question. My name is Luis Ruano from La Rioja. My question is, the delivery, you do the delivery or you get some providers to do that?
Right. Hello, Luis. At the moment, we're doing the delivery, and also we have kind of a combined business model. So I didn't have time to explain. So some shops, actually, some traditional shops, they take care of the delivery themselves. That's happening with some fruterias. They receive the order and they deliver themselves. And for some of them that we take care of the delivery, we do it ourselves right now. But also one reason why we're here is also to find a partner that we can actually outsource the delivery as well. Because we know it's also a big part of it. Thank you.